funny things happening in Queensland. Now, we all know that Queensland is in the middle of a crime crisis. It's likely to be the issue that determines the upcoming state election. The state premier, Stephen Miles, initially tried to laugh it off, but then decided he better get serious, and so he's promised an absolute crackdown on crime. So that's great, but there's just one little problem. The Brisbane City Watch House has a water problem, leakage everywhere, and so it's been reduced to half its normal capacity while plumbers come in and fix it. So in the middle of a crime crisis, with police being told, get tough on criminals, officers have received this memo. Let me read it for you directly, and I'm not making this up. Police officers have been told, and I quote, space in the watch house is extremely limited and crews must call ahead prior to attendance. Crews are to consider alternatives to arrest as appropriate. There's no room in the watch house for juveniles, and there's limited capacity for females. Can you believe this? In the middle of a crime crisis, with police being told, get tough on bad guys, they're also being told, when you catch a bad guy, maybe consider something other than arresting him. Like what, Caleb? I mean, do you give him a stern talking to? Do you glare at him? Do you say to the criminals, look, normally we'd arrest you, but today we're going to get you to tell us what you think should happen to you? I mean, you could not make this up.
Oh, mate, we are just living in an episode of a sitcom with every pass. I mean, this is like Keystone Cop type stuff, isn't it? Seriously. Oh, you know, you've committed a crime, or we believe you've committed a crime. We're going to arrest you for it, and so you can have your day. Not today. Look, you just keep on doing whatever you're doing. Good luck to you. How absurd to think that, oh, well, there's a water leak in the watch house, therefore we've got to shut half the thing off. And I couldn't believe this. One of the police spokeswoman, said that staff had to move multiple prisoners around while the leak was isolated and repaired. No one was injured or adversely affected by the water, and there were no issues with prisoner movement, prisoner welfare or staff welfare. I mean, what? There's a couple of drops of water falling on a prisoner's head, and we've got to shut down half the city watch house to accommodate that, and now we can't arrest any more people. What is going on in Queensland?
But the criminals were kept safe, Caleb. No criminals were hurt in the repair of his leak.
They were kept safe from the water. They didn't have to worry about having a shower in the morning because they'd already had a shower in the night. I mean, look, if you've allegedly committed a crime and the worst you have to put up with is a leaky cell in the watch house, I think you're doing pretty well
for yourself. Bring back dungeons. If anything, we should make them all leak intentionally. Even better if they're mould infested and there's a few rats running around. Of course, Queensland saw its worst year on record for crime just last year. And then we're reading headlines like this being like, well, I don't really have capacity at the moment to lock anyone up. There was an average of 50,000 crimes committed every single month last year. And now here we are, early 2024, and they're like, oh, well, you know, bit of a plumbing problem. You heard it here first, Crims in Queensland. Now's the time to get busy. They're full. They don't even have capacity for you at the moment.
And that's the crazy thing. They actually put out a memo that's now been leaked, another leak, this time to the public, advising criminals in advance.
Have at it.
This is the time to go for it.
Have at it,
It's like the exact opposite of double demerits that we get on public holidays. Yes. We're going to punish you twice. No, this time we're not going to punish you at all. But didn't the Queensland state government just buy a bunch of hotels that they were supposedly
going to put
homeless people up in? Why don't you just hive off a few rooms and put the arrestees in there, for heaven's sake? I have never heard anything so absurd in my life. But look, all I'm saying is, if you want to commit a crime, go up to Queensland this weekend. It's going to be your heyday.